パーキングエリアに停車中の乗用車がトラックに追突される事故が発生しました。
牧雄です。
匠朝です。お父さんもお母さんももういない。ポツン、私は一人。ポツン、私は。
わかるよ。
Most anime that touches on the subject matter that Journal with the Witch touches upon would aim to make you cry, would aim to trigger huge emotional responses. But for those who have dealt with death and dealt with grief, especially those that come suddenly for people you love, will totally understand the way Journal with the Witch deals with the topic of grief from so many different angles. It's not just about sadness, it's not just about anger. Sometimes it can be about numbness, the absence of anything, or a bit of everything. I feel Journal with the Witch does a brilliant job of telling the viewer that nobody has any business telling you how you should feel about anything or anyone, even in times of grief. And that's what makes it such an impactful show. Many of these episodes leave me just shaking my head in disbelief at what an accurate depiction of grief and loss they managed to make this show. Because it's not about grief in the typical sense. It's not about dramatic breakdowns or emotional speeches. Instead, it focuses on the quieter, more unsettling side of loss. The guilt of not grieving enough. The anger that has nowhere to go, the internal conflict of continuing to live normally after someone important has left your life. Because the truth is, grief isn't always loud. Sometimes it's very silent and it's very internal. One of the most powerful things Journal with Witch explores is emotional inconsistency. When someone dies, people don't respond in predictable ways. Some people cry, some people feel anger, some people even feel hatred, and some people feel nothing at all. And that numbness becomes its own source of guilt. The series understands that loss isn't just about losing someone. It's about confronting yourself, your regret, your emotional limitations, your unfulfilled wishes, and the uncomfortable realization that time will continue moving forward, regardless of whether you are ready to or not. Time in this anime isn't a healer, it's simply an eraser for the memories, an eraser for the pain, an eraser for the damage that that person may have caused, or for the damage you may have caused the person. And the sad truth is, and it's a difficult thing to say, but loss and death slowly removes people from your daily reality, turning them from someone who existed into someone who existed. And that transformation from presence to memory is one of the most painful processes that Journal with Witch captures brilliantly. But on top of that, what it also managed to do is show something equally as important. You cannot survive grief alone. Not because others can fix it, and we're not just talking about people, we're talking about whatever it is that you seek refuge in. And that's something they touch upon in this show in a really eloquent sense. It can be a book, it can be a TV show, it can be music, but ultimately we need things to help us process. We need something to help us shift the burden of loss. The presence of something keeps you grounded in this world. They remind you that even when something inside you feels broken or absent, you are still here, you are still present in this plane that the person you loved has exited from. What makes the anime truly exceptional is its restraint as well. Adding to its brilliance is its restraint and its ability to tell a nuanced emotional story with a touch of restraint, a touch of willingness to let the viewer figure it out. The characters feel real, they speak like real people. There's no over animation, there's no exaggerated emotional cues, there's a lot of subtle expressions, quiet conversations, inner monologues, and emotional tension that feel just so uncomfortably authentic. The show doesn't tell you how to feel, it simply shows you what grief actually looks like. Messy, contradictory, quiet. Human. Really, Journal with Witch isn't designed to impress you with show-off set pieces. It's designed to help you understand. It's maybe even designed to help you in any grief you've been through, and any future grief you may go through, or any future grief we all may go through. I don't want to touch too much on my personal life, but my dad passed away very suddenly, and this show absolutely captures the whirlwind of it, of feelings, of emotions. I think it's utterly fantastic. I found myself really just shaking my head and cracking a wry smile. Yeah, absolutely excellent. I would highly recommend it, and I hope the show helps you process in some way or another. It's been 7 years since my father passed away, so I feel I've done a pretty decent job, though this show definitely did bring up some emotions I wasn't expecting, which shows you the power of the show. Anyway, that's my take on Journal with the Witch. Let me know what you think of it. Have you watched it? Obviously, it's not for everyone. This is a slow-moving, deep burn of an anime. So yeah, let me know. Take care. Peace, like, and subscribe. Thank you.